I began visiting the Canadian Arctic many years ago, knowing that eventually I would scale up to midwinter January, February expeditions. This is my buddy Billy. He lives on the island of Kikik-Tarjuak off the eastern coast of Baffin Island. Billy taught me so much about the Arctic and about respecting the environment. On one of the trips that I took up there to visit with him and gain some knowledge, we were on the frozen Arctic Ocean, which is what you're looking at right here in this photograph. Covered in snow, it's 1 billion degrees below zero, everything's frozen solid, and we're flying across on these snow machines, and we come across these giant tracks. Like, I mean, these tracks are the size of the seat cushion that you're sitting on right now. Huge. Polar bear tracks. So we pull up beside, and we get off the snowmobiles, and we walk over to the tracks, and we're looking at them. I'm just blown away. I've never seen polar bear tracks in the wild. And I'm looking at them, I said, oh my gosh, are those polar bear tracks? And Billy's looking down at the tracks, and he looks up at me and he says, yeah, they sure are. And I look back down at them, and I said, do you think there's any polar bears around here? A bit freaked out. And he looks up at me in total calm and says, well, do you see any tracks? In other words, yes, dummy, you're in the land of the polar bear, the apex hunter on the planet. You've got to respect this environment. You just don't go in and start doing things, right? So being well prepared, having all of that gear, knowing what's going into that life sled, I guess you could call it, is critical for me. And I've been very appreciative of all the knowledge I've been able to gain to go and do these things in the cold. Big part of that, big part of my expeditions, every expedition I do, and especially in the cold, is planning, the planning required to share the expedition live. So every photo that you've seen here in the Arctic where I'm pulling a sled has been uploaded using satellite to a live website where students, tens of thousands of students around the world, are able to tap in and follow me. And people from their living rooms can follow me on social media or through their web browser, through live website. So we're using satellite technology to share these remote places at their most extreme time of year. So crossing deserts, imagine, in the middle of summer, or crossing Arctic landscapes in the middle of winter. They have a certain visual aspect about them that is so authentic and real. It's really the passion point for me. It's what I love to share. Like taking this video, for example, not sure if you can hear the wind in this one, but this video, 7 seconds, shot on an iPhone at minus 65 degrees on Baffin Island. Check out that sun. The sun, the rays of the sun are reflecting off of all the ice crystals blown up into the atmosphere. It's so cold that the sun itself kind of looks all blown up because of the reflection off of those crystals. 7 seconds is how long the iPhone took to freeze solid. 7 seconds is all it took to immerse students all over the world into what the Arctic looks like. You're out there with us on the expedition, and we're in your classroom with you while we're on expedition. You feel what we feel, and you see what we see. And truthfully, for me, as an adventure athlete, as a professional explorer, this is what I love the most.